Hey guys, Travis Gillespie here. Today we're finding angle measures in polygons. We want to use the protractor in this example to find the measure of angle XYZ. Let's just highlight that real quick, then classify the angle. So let's take some notes here. We see angle X, Y, and Z below. Now second, what we want to do is actually just talk about the name angle XYZ because it has two different names. I could name it angle XYZ, but it could have a second name, and that would be angle ZYX. In both cases, notice the middle letter is the middle point in this angle. It's the vertex. So the vertex is always the middle point in the angle, and it always has to be the middle letter in the name. So let's talk about how we can find the actual angle measure. Well, typically what happens when you line a protractor up with the vertex, the center of the protractor and the vertex are lined up. Well, that is happening in this case, so we're okay there. However, what's different here is typically you'll have the vertex and center of the protractor lined up, and a ray shoots out from the vertex and passes through this point right here, 0 degrees. It either passes through this point, 0 degrees, on the protractor, or it will pass on the other side. It will shoot out of the vertex this way and pass through, it looks like 0 degrees would be right here, and shoot out in that direction. However, that's not happening in this case. In fact, our rays are shooting out upward and out at angles. So we've got to figure out what angle or what degree they're actually passing through in this protractor. So let's just go to 0 degrees real quick and ask ourselves, is 0 degrees on the outside edge or is it on the inside edge of these two values? Well, it's on the outside edge because I'd go from 0 degrees to 10, 20. And look, it looks like the first ray, ray YX, passes through 30 degrees. So let's just go ahead and write 30 degrees here. Okay, and I also can notice if I keep on counting, well, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. So the second ray passes through 110 degrees. Remember to make sure that you're using the correct values when you're finding those measures. So I wouldn't have wanted to count up to 30 degrees and used 150 degrees. It's on the inside track or the inside edge of this protractor. This 150 degrees belongs to, well, if I keep counting backwards to 100, 80, 70, 60, 50, and all the way down, I see that it runs into 0 degrees on the other side. So that 150 belongs to a ray that would pass through 0 degrees on this side, and we'd use the inside edge to measure that angle then. But we're going to use the outside edge, start at 0, 10, 20, 30, and we've got 30 degrees. Okay, so now let's figure out how we can find out the unknown value here. Well, there are a couple of ways of doing it. I know that there is a 30-degree difference from 30 degrees and 0 degrees. So what I could do is just kind of pretend to, if I were to move this angle down and push this ray back down to 0 degrees, well, I'd have to push it down 30 degrees. So I'd move it 30 degrees in a clockwise motion. Well, as this ray moves, simultaneously this other ray would move clockwise. It would move 30 degrees as well. So as it passes 30 degrees, it would land on, it looks like the 80-degree mark. So it looks like this ray, if we had moved both rays clockwise 30 degrees, it would land on 80 degrees here. Let's go and fix that 8 real quick. So maybe the measurement's 80 degrees. But let's see if there's another way of finding this measurement. Well, an alternative way of solving this problem, well, we could start at 30 degrees and count by 10 units. So from 30 to 40 would be 10 degrees. From 40 to 50 would be 20 degrees. So let's count there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80 degrees. So there's a gap of 80 degrees here. So again, we're seeing that value 80 degrees. But there's still another way that we could solve this problem. It's real easy. Take that value 110 and subtract out 30 degrees on the other side of the protractor. Because if we subtract out 30 degrees here, it's like taking that difference below. We're bringing it back down 30 degrees. So let's just take 110 and subtract out 30 degrees. Well, we should get a value of 80. 0 minus 0 is 0. 11 minus 3 is 8. So we've got 80 here. So we're seeing that 80 degrees, the angle measure here has to be 80 degrees. But I'm not satisfied with this answer. There's a better way of writing it. So the best way to write this, we're going to write that angle XYZ is equal to 80 degrees. In fact, to make it a little bit nicer and neater, let's choose a new color, and we're going to write the measure of angle x, y, z is equal to 80 degrees. Okay, so we've solved part 1. We know what the measure of angle XYZ is. Now let's classify the angle. Well, this angle, 80 degrees, is less than 90 degrees. Therefore, it has to be an acute angle. And I'm just going to write acute down and then box up our answer. Cool stuff, guys. I'll see you in another problem.